A quick reaction to Rayo Vallecano versus Real Madrid. So, since our loss against Liverpool, you would expect we would see a much better Real Madrid. A Real Madrid with much higher intensity, which revenge. They have some aggression because of the loss against Liverpool, right? Unfortunately, we haven't seen that. Now, we need some context before going to this match. If you look at last 4-5 matches against Rayo Vallecano, especially at Rayo Vallecano Stadium, we haven't won any single match. Almost all of them were draw or loss. So going to this match, this context is important. In fact, when I was watching Sid Lowe's pre-match delivery of this match, he said, this match is going to draw. His prediction was, I think, 2-2. Although this score is not 2-2, but it ended 0-0. Means no one won. And that's also important. Because when you go to play a very difficult stadium, you already know the history that we almost never win at this stadium. That means we have to have a game plan that's suitable for that. That we have to have a game plan that will win this game. And that's only possible if we do a proper homework. And we know that how Rayo Vallecano plays. They didn't play any different way than they used to play this season. So why we did not have a better game plan? Well, that's why this video is for. We have to discuss all the points in detail. Before anything else, let's look into the lineup. Now, when we look into the lineup, I don't see any major problem except one big issue. The inclusion of Brahim Diaz. I have been talking to you about this very long time. Almost every video whenever he starts. I told you that Brahim Diaz could be a very good super sub. But as a starting material, he's not there. And today is no exception. We have seen that. Brahim played today. But at the end of the match, you would ask yourself, did he even play today? He was literally a ghost. So aside from that, if you look at the lineup, I don't see any major problems. Almost every player that Xavi likes to play, except I would say maybe we should have started Arnold at right back. Because now he's back, he played some minutes at Liverpool, so why not play him? And we are playing Fede Valverde every match, every minute, despite he's been playing like this since last season. He's one player who needs a lot of rest. And we are playing him so much so that now he got injured. Now, if I want to talk about the game or tactical game plan, I even do not know where to start from. There's so many holes to this game plan. For example, Rayo Vallecano, they play very high press, high line. They will stop from the source. They don't let defenders to pass the ball. They don't let midfielders to pass the ball. That means the only way we could play some long ball, some creative pass, some through pass, some really fast pass. And our players and our tactics was so stubborn. We were playing exactly the way we like to play. We want the slow passing. We want to build up from the back. Because that's the only way we can play. There's no B plan. You can see people are complaining Hansi Flick because he doesn't have a B plan. Now we have the same issue. We are playing the same style. We have no B plan for different teams. So here's the thing. I like Xavi. In fact, one reason why I was really optimistic about Xavi is that what I have seen from Leverkusen that Xavi changes his tactics game to game. He's very adaptive. He prepares based on the opponent. And that's one crucial thing we were missing with Carlos' tactics. Carlos' philosophy is we will play the almost same way against any opponent. Now, slowly, Xabi is almost doing the same thing. You cannot play the same style, just your football, against different opponent. You cannot do that. In modern football, you have to adapt according to your opponents. I mean, look at Pep Guardiola. You could say he's probably one of the most stubborn manager. But right now, since he moved to Premier League, he's changing his tactics. He's doing some bus spreading when he's needed. Because that's how football works. Football is not about playing same set of football again and again and fail. Now back to the game plan. All of our forwards, I already said Brahim Diaz was a ghost. But if you look into more details, if you look at Mbappe, if you look at Jude Bellingham, even if you look at Vinicius, all of them were super poor. Now you might say, oh, Vinicius did so many great things. He did so many useless dribbling. See, for me, it doesn't matter how many dribbles he does. If he loses the ball at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many times he's trying to dribble 3-4 players and ultimately creating nothing out of that. So what's the meaning of that? For me, that's not football. That's just waste of time and waste of resources. Now, for Mbappe, like other forwards, he also had a very poor game according to his standard. His standard is so high that this is not acceptable. However, I'm not entirely going to blame Mbappe for his poor performance today. Whenever he's trying to make runs today, our players, no one was giving him a pass. Like Bellingham, Vini, no, they don't care. Everyone was playing for themselves. We are missing one thing, a cohesiveness, togetherness that we saw against Barcelona. And that's we did not see since then. Like this team, these players are so selfish. They're all going for glory. They're not thinking about the bigger point, which is the team. Now, another huge blunder from Xabi's tactical point. Okay, let's look at our season. Like one of the main reasons why we were winning, we won almost every game, right? Aside from one game against Atletico in LaLiga and one game against Liverpool in Champions League, right? We're still scoring a lot of goals. We were winning. And the main reason is two players combo. There is some good chemistry between Arda Güler and Mbappe. So, if that's the only thing that's working, and Xabi decided to ruin that relationship by playing Arda Güler so deep so that even behind the defensive line, like even deeper than the center backs, he was in front of Courtois, so deep. A player who is really creative, who is creating so many chances for Mbappe, and they have the best chemistry. We want to exploit that strength. We don't want to ruin that strength. And Xabi decided to stop that. And as a result, what happened? Mbappe was missing and he didn't look like something is going to happen. Someone is going to give a pass to him. And I already touched about our passing was slow, a build-up was slow, predictable. However, if you look at our performance from 45 minutes to say around 60 minutes, we changed something. We were trying to do some long pass from the back and we were trying to do some quick passing. We were trying to do some throw passing. And indeed, that kind of rattled Rayo Vallecano. And what happened? We should have increased that momentum, right? By bringing proper substitution. In fact, we have molded back to the previous first half performance. We stopped that. The only thing that did work a little bit, we totally decided to stop that. And I do not know, I do not understand why we are self-sabotaging ourselves. Next, Xabi has to stop his obsession of some element that won't never work. His obsession for Kama to be successful as a right wing or right midfield is baffling to me. I don't understand. Football is very simple. You simply cannot play Kamavinga as a right winger or right mid. That was he was trying to do in second half before taking him out. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Brahim Diaz is not playing good. Okay, fine. Just take him out. Play someone else. Play some Castilla if you don't have enough players from the first squad. Logically, you would bring out Rodrigo, who was equally poor, like Brahim Diaz. So I don't even have any basis for that argument. Because as much as Brahim was poor, Rodrigo was equally poor. Now, say hypothetically, so we don't have a right winger. We don't have a best right winger in that position because Santino is probably injured. Okay, fine. But there's one way to work with, especially against a team like Rayo Vallecano. Okay, why not play Arnold as a right back? Because he's a perfect player to do some long pass, long balls against a team who likes to do high press, high line football, right? That's what we needed. And play Sefed as a right winger if we needed to do. I think that would be way better than playing Brahim Diaz as a right winger. Additionally, another reason why I like Xabi's some of tactics is that he wasn't scared of big egos. He wasn't scared of subbing big players. But suddenly, since that incident of Vinicius crying like a crybaby, big man like baby, Xabi is now scared. Now he's scared of subbing big egos, big players. For example, the way Jude was playing today as a number 10, unfortunately, I don't think he's that player as of now. Like, he doesn't have the real number 10 creativeness. He was really poor today. So say Jude was playing poor. So what's the logical outcome? Just take him out. Sub someone in. Play Arda in the front. I would guarantee you that if we would play Arda as a number 10 or more forward behind Mbappe, we'll be scoring more goals, 100%. We'll be creating more chances, 100%. I have no doubt on that. Now, if you look at our stats today, do you know how many shots on target we had? Only 5 shots on target. And how many big chances we have created? Just 1. Like, that's really poor from Real Madrid standard. Okay, you don't score goals, fine. But at least you have to create chances, which we aren't doing. I think it's very crucial time for Xabi to realize that you cannot play the same players just because of their names. You have to play them if they play good. If they keep playing poorly, you have to have ball to take them out. Simply put that way. You cannot just play them just because what they have achieved in the past. Also, you would expect like players like Fran Garcia would have their chance. Because Fran Garcia, aside from the PSG game, in Club World Cup, I thought he was playing superb. Like, they were especially for attacking wise. Okay, defensive wise, he isn't as good as Carreras. But eventually, as he's a squad player, you would expect that he would get his chance, right? I think he would do really well attacking wise, at least. So, if you look at our bench, players like Gonzalo Garcia, Endrick are rotting in the bench. They didn't get a single minute today, and today is one of the perfect match. You would expect we needed a number 9. Okay, let's sub out Mbappe, or let's sub out Vinicius, whoever you say. It doesn't matter, and play either of them. Take one of them out, play either of them on the left. Say play Mbappe or Vini on the left, and play Gonzalo Garcia as a number 9. See, does it work out? At least try something different. If something is not working, you have to change something, right? Unfortunately, we are so stubborn to do that. And eventually, we lost 2 huge important points. And this is a match so important for us. We were 5 points before Barca. Now, as of recording this video, I didn't know the result of Barca's point against Celta Vigo. So if they win today, the difference will be like 3 points only. Regardless, I can keep going talking about so many holes, so many mistakes, so many tactical blunders from today's match, but that's probably not the biggest talking point for me. For me, the most important point is that taking lesson from today's loss and improve on what have we done, what mistakes we have done, what we could have done, and implement those changes in the next upcoming matches, which is after international break. Let me know what did you think about our performance today.